Jonathan from Always Dance on the Rebirth Network, and I'm here with my man, Mr. Tom.
Alright.
Mepham.
Yeah,
Mepham.
it's the second time.
Fantastic. And obviously that's an extraordinary surname. So where are you from?
I am born and bred English. Bit boring,
Maybe.
to be honest. There's like a tiny bit of Belgium somewhere.
Yeah.
And I have no idea where that name comes from, but there's a theory in the family that because you pronounce it Mepham, not Mepham, that somewhere along my ancestry someone pronounced it wrong and it stuck. So
yeah.
Yeah,
that happens, or sometimes it happens that it will go across, the name will go across the border. And then totally change.
But yeah, no, I am from Bournemouth, near Bournemouth, but it's easier to just say Bournemouth. Tiny little town called Wimborne.
I know Wimborne. In fact, I've danced there. That's hilarious.
Yeah, my tiny little tourist town, Wimborne. I've lived there until I came to Reading. I'd lived there my entire life.
Wimborne. It's a lovely place. I think
it's picturesque.
Full of old people.
Yes,
full of old
definitely.
people.
It's great to grow up in. It's great to grow old in. But in the middle,
it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Yeah. So, you've been dancing for a while. What are your current interests? Let's talk about the position you hold currently. So you are in a society.
Oh, okay,
so,
yeah. So I've been dancing for about 8 years, roughly. I started when I was about 13, 14. I've done bits and bobs, and I used to compete quite regularly with a team called Shake from Bournemouth, rep.
Shake.
Shake. I think we used to, that was our symbol, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I did national and international competitions with them. Lovely way to end my stint with them was just before I came to uni, because I took a gap year.
Yeah.
Did quite a lot of bar work and dancing during that. We went to Glasgow UDO World Championships and got second.
Oh damn.
Lost to 5 German guys. There was 18 of us, but they were really, really good.
Yeah.
They were very good.
Now, if they can only send 5 of them, then you know they're good.
Yeah, they were crazy.
They know some of you don't.
But yeah, so I competed with them for a while.
Okay.
Then I came to uni, and I am currently still at uni. I'm in my second year studying theatre arts, education, and deaf studies. So it's hard of hearing for anyone who thinks I'm talking about death.
Doom studies.
Yeah, so I do sign language, theatre, all that kind of stuff. But I didn't really do much dancing for my first year, just because I was starting to get used to my course and all that kind of stuff. And now, as you were saying, I am the president of the University of Reading Breakdance Society. I also teach the society 2 hours on a Monday, and I choreograph the sets for shows and that kind of stuff. But then recently I have joined Urban Styles group in Reading, and I will be competing with them pretty soon, probably during after January. I'll probably start competing properly.
Shout out to Connor.
Yes.
And Jenna, shout out.
They're very good, going from strength to strength at the moment, really. And yeah, so I've joined them, so I'm finally competing in a team again, which is nice. It's been a while. But that's my positions in a nutshell.
Fantastic. So you're busy, you're doing the theatre studies, you're there teaching 2 hours a week, plus extra time for choreographing.
Yeah.
How do you manage all that effectively? Because it's a lot of time, a lot of different things going on.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
To varying degrees of success. But I find mainly the biggest thing that helps me is calendars and diaries, and soon as I get a date or I make a plan, write it down for God's sake, because otherwise it's
legs it.
It's gone.
Yeah.
And Yeah, that's because I naturally I'm not a very organised person. It's not something I excel at.
Yeah, dancer.
I am a dancer. The stereotype
So I can
exists.
recognise, yeah.
So yeah, I try to write a lot of stuff down. The notes on my phone are a goddamn lifesaver. I've got like...
Recommend any apps?
Just Keep. Google, if you've got an Android, Google Store, there is a notes app called Keep.
Okay.
It runs across your Google account entirely. So as long as you have your Google account, no matter what phone you have, you still have your notes.
That's powerful.
I broke my phone a little while ago, got a new phone, had all my old notes on it.
People, that's a powerful tool for you. Keep.
I almost cried. No joke.
Yeah, quite a dry tear. Just one.
Yeah, because I keep I've got the event I'm organising, Style Never Stops, which should be in March. This year, Reading Uni. That I've got all the information for.
So you're doing all this stuff, you're starting out in tutting, you're really enjoying that, you're taking it to the next level. So, tell me, have you had a chance to dance much in ciphers, outside of battles, but more dancing with other dancers?
Yeah, so... as I said, I started as a battler. I very much started, because you tend to have your two mindsets with battlers. You have the kind of one you were starting to describe, that one-upmanship, that kind of I'm going to do what you just did, but I'm going to do it better. I know that move, but I could do something else with it, which can be fine, but you can also get people who get too much into I am better than you and I'm going to prove it. Whereas I very much nowadays, and this happened quite a few years ago, this happened about 3-4 years into when I first started dancing, I had a big mindset switch, big change, actually thanks to a certain dancer called Anna Marsh, who's from Sweden. And she came to the UK, and this is when I was with my first crew, which was DFA, Dance for All, who are from Bournemouth.
Oh, I've heard of them. They're still going, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still going.
Dance for All. I love that name.
Yeah, it's a great name. Great name.
What an awesome...
Amazing family vibe. It's such a good place to start. It's such a good place to start. But I was compared to some people, I was a very quick learner. And so I needed to move on, I needed to challenge myself, and that's why after 3 years I moved to Shake, and then I was with them until I came here. But whilst I was at DFA, which is one of the greatest things I've taken away from it, Anna Marsh was a teacher, and she taught me all the styles I was missing, basically, so gave me some real foundations in locking. She kind of made me understand house on a much deeper level, hip-hop, and the biggest thing she gave me was her mindset, which she hates battling. Not that she wouldn't go into a battle or she wouldn't enter a battle. It's she hates the ethos. For her, she is only ever involved in jams or exchanges. So when she battles someone, it's not about being better than the person she's battling. It's about enjoying what she's doing at that moment and enjoying it with them and having this exchange. Being in
the moment, sharing a vibe, communicating together.
What she referred to as jamming rather than battling. And this was a huge turning point for me. Huge thing that I was I don't have to be better than anyone else. The only thing I have to do is be better than me 5 minutes ago, a week ago, 2 days ago, whatever. As long as I feel I've improved in me,
that's powerful.
That's fine. And you'll find you do start to improve generally, because you're, rather than comparing yourself to other people constantly and just always failing in your head, you're actually constantly improving, and then you do actually start to improve. And it takes out the toxicity that can be found in some events, and just that kind of atmosphere you can have, which I've never been a big fan of. But don't get me wrong, I massively enjoy dance events. They're very important. They bring everyone together, and you can have an absolute outstanding time. You just need to have the right perspective, or else you can make it a real nightmare for yourself and other people.
Or if you're battling, I was always taught that, you know, if you're battling, you need to know why you're battling. And like, because I think in New York back in the day, there'd be something at stake. So it'd be your jacket, or it'll be something. It'll cost you something. There's a consequence. Like you put something up. You know, I guess almost like the old school Japanese street races. You know, hey, you lose, I'm taking your car. You know, that sort of, you know, that sort of mindset.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think sometimes people, it's difficult because you have events where they're battles and, you know, sometimes they're, you're battling, but, you know, what's the reason for actually battling? It's like, okay, so we don't have a beef, like, I'm not trying to prove anything about a style, I'm battling, you know, I'm battling to win the money. You have to know in your mind why you're battling and what you want to give into that battle. You know, it might be character. You might want to make a point about a style. You might want to, you know, experiment and take your battle technique, you know, somewhere different. So I think you need an intention when you battle.
Clear intention with yourself.
Yeah.
No one else necessarily has to know it.
Yeah.
But
I'd agree.
As long as you've got a clear goal for yourself, then you should be fine.
So there we are. So you're battling. You get this insight there at dance floor. Your mind changes. You know what keeps you. What keeps you dancing? You know, what keeps you dancing today? You're already developing a successful career as an actor. You're doing something different. What keeps you dancing today? You know.
It's interesting because I was involved in theatre far before I ever started dancing. Way before. Like my mother and father met in a travelling theatre company. Like that's how in my blood it is. But I as I said, I started dancing when I was about 13, 14, which was kind of late compared to a lot of people I knew. Like keeping in mind that like I've got about 8 years under my belt now, but most of the people who I consider my friends and my kind of equals, they've been dancing for 10 years plus. Like so I came a bit late to the game. And I just started doing a class here and there, and just really it grabbed me. There was just something about the expression involved in dance and the what's the word? The kind of vast ways in which you can express yourself through dance. It's like not only just specifically in styles, because you know your locking is generally seen as quite a jovial thing, but you can do it. You could do it like a real deep emotional locking set. You can do that. Not a lot of people would, but it's a completely possible thing. Like Godson went on So You Think You Can Dance, I think, with Crump set, all to classical music. Outstanding set. So good. And like that is just so left field for a lot of people, because they think Crump, they think aggressive, they think kind of angry, and then that's just a complete misunderstanding in itself, because Crump is intense, I'll give you that, and it's definitely strong, and you need to give 150% when you're doing Crump.
You need to be damn strong.
Yeah, but it helps. You don't have to be, but it helps. But it's not aggressive, because you know, like Crump came, you know, with Tight Eyes and Big Miho, it came from clowning and ballet and like all these things came together to create.
And party dances.
Party dances as well. And that all came together to create Crump. So it was a response to gang culture. It was, and that's why it kind of has that innate, strong emotional aspect to it. that appears aggressive if you don't understand it well, or just from a general audience perspective. But then it's a very young style. It's only been around for what?
92.
Yeah.
Rodney King.
Yeah. So it's like max around 20 years.
20 years old.
It's the same age as me. Like that's what we're talking here.
When he was being born, it's when they threw the first fist bump.
First swings.
Just jab. First chest bump.
I completely lost track of the question now. I've gone on a tangent.
You're on a tangent, so yeah, it can be done aggressively. It can be done in other ways. You know, it came out in 92. It's a response to gang culture.
Why do I dance?
Why do you dance?
That's what we were on. Why am I still dancing? It's a good question actually, because I kind of, as I said, I kind of took a back seat during my first year. I withdrew a little bit. I was still doing classes here and there, and I still go home and do the advanced development program with Shake, which is once a month. They do a 5-hour workshop on the Sunday. So like I've just been to one recently with Mr. Ben as a 5-hour locking workshop. Outstanding, great. But yeah, so I was still doing that, and I was still attending some of the some classes here and there. But generally, I'd kind of stepped back. I focused on the sign language and theatre and kind of getting back into that.
Yeah.
But I came back to dance, and I took on all these responsibilities with being the president, organising the committee, teaching, doing these sets, joining this new crew. I've taken this all on because I've had that year out. In the back of my head somewhere, it's just like, give me all the dance you can, please. And I really think it's almost a form of therapy for me personally. I have my own other forms of therapy, but this is just something that's been a constant since I started, and it's just part of how I deal with life and how I like to involve myself. Because I'm gonna be honest, if I wasn't dancing, I would be incredibly overweight. I'm not saying you can't dance if you are overweight. There's some outstanding dancers.
It's in your genes.
Yeah, it's something about movement. Movement is the thing that I'm obsessed with, which is why I've gone into theatre and why I've gone into sign language. Movement is something innate for me that has always intrigued me. And so with dance, it's your most pure form of movement.
Yeah.
Like with theatre, obviously you got a bit of text on top and here and there, and even with sign language, there's kind of meaning.
It's one of the shortest lines between feeling and movement.
Yes, yeah. It's like a direct.
It's a direct lineage.
Yeah. And that's probably the core reason I always come back. Because it's that shortest from A to B, that from feeling to expression.
It's powerful. That's powerful. So who are some of your favourite dancers at the minute?
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Pac-Man, always.
Okay, yeah.
Killing the game. Okay. Man of a million moves.
Billy G.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pac-Man.
Yeah. Man of a
He's
million
really grown.
moves.
He's really grown. So this is a US popper. He's very famous he was famous on the underground scene for especially like touch styles.
He does a lot of bone breaking nowadays.
Yeah, he's branched out to bone breaking. A lot of contemporary.
Yeah.
A lot of mixing popping with contemporary and loads of really good video concepts. So he's become a really strong choreographer.
Concept videos are crazy.
And he's a very athletic dude.
Oh yeah, he is very much.
Very athletic dude. So yeah, you'll see a lot of him on Facebook.
Yeah.
Look him up, Philip Cheeb, Pac-Man, aka Pac-Man.
Yeah, CHBEEB.
Yeah.
Schneeb. I think it's pronounced Schneeb.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that.
There's no N in there.
There's no N in there,
but
apparently it's pronounced that way. It's like
until I see the N. No, I don't believe that. I refute that claim.
But else? Yeah, no. Well, just to talk about Pac-Man for a second, because I found him through I Am Me. I Am Me crew, who are only just kind of reformulating now, because they kind of had a bit of a break when Yaya went off and learned Crump, which was insane. Oh god, she's so good at Crump. Sorry about that. And yeah, so you had Pac-Man, you had Moon, which what's Moon's full name?
Oh yeah,
completely forgotten.
Something K Moon and I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
You'd find him if you looked up Moon. Then you had Yaya, and you had back in the day you had Chachi, and Emilio. Emilio, can't remember his last name, but he goes by Millie. Did all the tricks back when IME first started. Oh, and 747.
Don't know those guys.
They're all part of IME crew.
Yeah.
So you look up IME crew; these are all members. But the real reason they took my interest so intensely was their concepts. Because I am an incredibly conceptual person. I don't know what it is. I just love.
Yeah, I've seen you dance.
Yeah, give me conspiracies, give me philosophy, give me psychology, or show me a concept video or anything like that, and I will devour it. It's just something about the way my brain works.
I've got a few books for you. Yeah. So, yeah. So these guys, they had a lot of dance concepts. They were out. YouTube was blowing up at that time.
Yeah.
They picked your brain. So that's them as a crew. What about within contemporary street dance?
Contemporary street dance. Yeah. Dylan Mayoral is killing the game right now. Absolutely destroying.
No,
it.
who's he? Is he a UK choreographer?
Yes, he's UK. Quite good friends with some of my friends actually. I've never actually met him personally, but was part of boy band.
Oh, okay.
Boy band who did Britain's Got Talent. If you look that up, it's a very good set.
Yeah.
And he is a crazy good gymnast. I did gymnastics for however long, I can't quite remember. And then he's done street. I think he started with Zoo Nation. That's who they. A lot of boy bands started in Zoo Nation.
Yeah.
And yeah, he did street, but then I don't know much about where his contemporary came from, but he started moving more into that contemporary street kind of mix.
Yeah.
And then he just blew up out of nowhere. Started going to urban dance camp.
Yeah, I saw him on that footage.
He's done that a couple of times now. Yeah. Done a bloody world tours. I think he's only just finished one recently. And
so world tour just teaching.
Yeah, just teaching.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like stopping off in all these different places, China and Japan and all this kind of stuff. Recently released a video. Can't remember the song. I think it's a song about a river. With him and a Japanese girl, crazy good concept, crazy good concept, and that's kind of a more, it veers more towards the contemporary side, but it's still got that crisp street kind of feel to it.
That's him. Who else?
So you got Dylan, Pac-Man, right now, Shadow Sephiroth. Crazy good. Started Noasis. I can never say it. But the group he started, which is very interesting because he's teaching them to freestyle, which is something not a lot of crews do.
Yeah, that's true.
You may find some strong freestylers in a crew, but there's not many crews will deliberately focus on making their members strong freestylers on their own.
Even though, which is interesting because the freestyle hip hop dance was the first dance, b-boy, which is the first element of hip hop dance, is the freestyle dance originally. So
yeah,
that's all very interesting. So you're doing all that. So have you got any tips for these guys on? Well, actually, before we got to that, what events are you planning currently at Reading University?
Currently, I am in the process of planning Style Never Stops, volume something. I can't remember which one it is now.
Maybe 4.
Maybe 4.
4th edition.
It's been going on for a while. And that will most likely be in March. We're hoping to have that in March. And that is a predominantly breaking event. But I am pushing for there to be all styles involved, and hopefully in the future we can maybe make more of a balance. But for now, there should definitely be an all styles category. That will be at Reading University in the in 360, the Students' Union. Probably as your normal event, it'll be running all day.
Be there if you can get out to Reading. Be there. Don't miss out. Don't miss out.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, we're even accommodating dancers.
Yes, we are.
That's the levels we're going to.
That's the length. Otherwise, I know vocal networking is going on, which is an event which isn't just a dance event. It's rappers and DJs and all this kind of stuff.
Urban artists, yeah.
Yeah, urban artists in general. I do not have the details for that.
That's alright.
But yeah, that's something to look out for.
You'll find out on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, and that's going to be at Sub 89 in Reading, which is on Friar Street, RG1. RG1. Google the rest. Get down and enjoy it. Sub 89 is supposed to have one of the best sound systems in the whole of Reading. So I can assure you that'll be thumping. I can assure you dancers are going to be going off the whole night and really enjoying themselves. So get yourself down to that.
That's about the middle of December, right?
End of December. December the 30th.
Okay.
Day of December. Get down there. So what advice have you got for those that want to stay fit when it comes to dancing?
I'm a bad example.
Improve their
I'm a bad example when it comes to dancing. I try, but sometimes studies get in the way.
Studies or the pub? It's the pub.
So I try to train dance as much as I can. I train at least 3 times a week. And that includes the 2 hours teaching I do on a Monday and 2 hours training I do on a Friday, but I also try and train in between when I'm just alone or if I'm just studying or something like that. But then sometimes it's not quite possible, but if you need a break from anything, just whack out a couple of popping drills or do some house training or whatever.
Even if it's just half an hour, if it's just 15 minutes. You'll be surprised when you time constrain yourself how much you can achieve in that time.
Yeah, if you are like, okay, for half an hour, I'm just going to drill basic house footwork, and you do drill for that entire half an hour,
you'll be so
and you do that on regularly, that improves your skills crazy amount. Because practice your foundations. Always practice your foundations, even if you are crazy specialist in crump and you've been doing it for like 10 years, you know that it's always important to go back to your balance positions, your arm swings, your smashing hands, your talking hands, whatever. Every dancer that you put on a pedestal, they've practiced their foundations. Or at least they should have. But I personally, fitness-wise, yoga is my thing. Yoga is just, it works for me because you've got that combined meditation in it as well. I don't do it so much anymore, but when I first came back this year, I was doing an hour of yoga every morning. And I was getting up like early in order to do that.
It's a 5 a.m. start.
Yeah, I was getting up at like 5, doing yoga through to 6.
Release your inner dance.
Yeah, and then getting a shower, grabbing some stuff, going to lectures. Like that's what I was doing, and my fitness shot straight up whilst I was doing that. Like it's crazy how much like just putting a small thing like that in your routine can do.
So meditating was causing your fitness to improve?
Well, no, I was doing yoga.
Yeah.
Which is your physical.
Oh, okay. So the whole physical practice.
The practice with your downwards dog and your
Yeah.
Whatever. I was doing a whole hour of that, which is actually quite a long time to be doing that for, because it's just all the bits I knew.
So
I was putting together.
So in short, we recommend dancers do yoga.
Yes.
We recommend them meditate.
Yes.
Eat healthy. Eat clean. Take
as
some
much as you can.
Advice.
But don't beat yourself up if you fall off the wagon.
Yeah, exactly. Try and stay on that wagon if you can. Stay on that wagon to the destination. To destination dance, and you'll enjoy that.
Destination dance, I like that.
You'll enjoy that.
But yeah, if yoga isn't your thing, if you prefer the gym or weightlifting or cardio, cycling's
I would recommend. If you're doing a lot of high impact, obviously dance is high impact on the knees and feet, ankles, those ligaments, tendons.
Yes.
There, I'd always recommend cycling. Just for strengthening your ligaments. Yeah. It'll do that in no time at all. Obviously, then it's great for the cardio as well. I definitely recommend that. Swimming.
Yes.
If you get a chance to surf. Do some surfing. He's from Surfland. He's from Dorset. So the land of the surfers.
Got some good waves.
Yeah, that's another way. So stay fit. To stay on point and stay ready for dance.
And more specifically, whatever you do, be able to do it anywhere. If you've got a little training regime, as I was doing my hour of yoga, didn't matter where I was doing it. That was something I could do wherever I wanted to, because I didn't have to have any equipment with me or anything like that. But if you do prefer equipment, then maybe try and get some portable stuff or something. I just find it much better if you are able to do it at a drop of a hat.
I'm armed like this. If I need to bring the dance, I'm armed with a speaker. It's actually made by Mini Rig. No, they don't sponsor this. No, I'm not paid out. I'm not taking kickbacks. I just like the speaker. So I'm good to go. I put this in my backpack. I'm good to go anytime. And I've broken out in dance rehearsals many times with this. So exactly as Tom said, be prepared, be ready.
Yeah.
Be ready.
I also keep a speaker on me at all times. Speaking of which, I don't have it on me. But that's...
a speaker and a power bank for your phone so that you are...
Portable charger.
You're ready. Actually, those speakers that I showed you, those Mini Rigs, you can actually charge. You can actually charge them off a portable charger if need be, because they take a USB 3 powered connector. So that's one of the beautiful things. But our time here has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed this interview. Just chatting. There'll be more to come. And we'll interview you further down the line, maybe just after the event, to see your thoughts, reflections on like Star Never Stops or vocal networking if you come into dance, and we'll get some insight, concepts, advice, and share a few different thoughts on sort of dancing ready going forward, man. So Jonathan here, Always Dance, Rebirth Network. Tommy from University of Reading Urban Styles, signing out. Take care, stay dancing. Peace.